So happy Women's Day, everyone.
Now, this information would be important to any young parents who are, honestly, just parents who are migrating to Australia with their
Stay. Good morning, Simba. Good morning, Rudy. Simba, are you tired after your walk? Simba is tired after his walk. So happy Women's Day, everyone. आप लोग जब ये वीडियो देखिएगा तो शायद it's going to be a day late, लेकिन जो emotions और जो sentiments हैं, that is pretty honest and we feel the same, both me and Simba, because आज Women's Day है and honoring Ujjaini. Ujjaini did take a video of Rudy's first day at Daycare. और मैं कल work from home कर रहा था and I went and picked Rudy up. And they did mention कि अब वो थोड़ा better react कर रहा है and he's adjusting well. That makes you feel that he hasn't been adjusting well until now, or he has been crying a bit. तो जब आप ये सुनते हो तो आपका जो पूरा traveling time रहता है to work, you just keep thinking about it, है ना? But I'm glad कि अब he's doing better. So ये जो वीडियो हम अभी शेयर करेंगे, that is an old video of first day when Ujjaini had dropped Rudy at Daycare. Initially the reason we did not share that video was we thought that we won't show our vulnerable side. लेकिन फिर हम why to not show the vulnerable side, तो हम decide कर रहे हैं कि ना we will share it with you guys because it's a really important part, a really important milestone for us as well to give Rudy to Daycare. And the last bit, because our channel is still really small, आपके comments will help the algorithm. So we'll highly appreciate if you put some good comments out there so that it reaches out to more people like you who would love to watch this video. ये देखिए रूडी के साथ सब लोग रेडी हैं रूडी को ड्रॉप करने जाने के लिए. This is like a full house.
He doesn't even know that he's going to Daycare, obviously. But I'm sure he'll have a good time. Like, that's what I keep telling myself. He is going to have a good time.
Absolutely, he's going to have a great time.
Yes. And it's
Rudra!
just like, I'll bring him back after lunch because it's his first day. I'll just bring him back after lunch. So he'll stay for about 4 to 5 hours. I need to make sure about the pickup times though. I can't just assume they'll let me pick him up anytime. But how you doing? You're happy? That's the best thing, that he's happy. He's not smiling yet. But you have friends there.
Yeah, there's lots of friends.
Yeah.
Friends there. Friends.
He doesn't need a hat, right?
We've got.
But that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring us and then
Oh yeah. We find them all day. So most of them are like straight away it goes off again.
Yeah. You might find he's one of those.
Stay.
This is so hard. I know he'll be safe and he'll be with his family. This is so hard.
He'll be alright, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's a great place, don't worry.
Okay.
Cool.
I think अपने बेबी को डेकेयर ड्रॉप करने आने का जो एक्सपीरियंस होता है that is quite soul crushing for most moms on the first day, if not all. But there's nothing I can do really. It is important for his social well-being, for my sanity, and just for everyone in general. I feel for him to have a few hours away. I feel like ever since I've come back, I have only been existing, reacting, but not being on top of things. So hopefully these few hours that I have before I pick him up from the daycare, I can just use it to, do things for myself, for the house, for Simba, because he's been feeling a little neglected lately as well. So anyway, just came back, taking a few minutes to process that I'm not going to be hearing his laughter or his babbling for the next couple of hours. I'm going to pick him up really early this time, like maybe it's 9 now, so I'll pick him up at about 12 to 12:30 if they don't call me before. This is what my house is looking like right now. Everything's overflowing, but my husband cleaned this place in the morning. My kitchen counter is overflowing. His toys need to be rearranged. There's just so much laundry that I haven't been able to fold and put away in time. My father brought these into the room from outside, so that's helpful. And this is the state of his room because he's not using this much, so it's become a storage room essentially. So this is what I meant by when I said I need to be on top of things. I need to do these things. I need to clean my house. I need to make sure that when I am looking to rest, I'm not looking at piles of laundry or piles of dishes and feel more stressed than usual. So for all the mums who feel guilty for putting their kids in daycare so that they have just like a few moments of me time or just to honestly get some housework done, don't feel guilty. So it's been 2 hours. My laundry is folded. The washed ones I've put in, the old ones in the laundry room. This is still happening. Cleaned up Rudy's and Baba's room. Rudy sleeps here sometimes. Dusted everything, cleaned up his space. Still have to put his toys in there, but at least it's clean now. And this place is done as well. Still have few more things to do, but for now I think well done. Here is Simba, looking as good as ever. Simba, Mama's going to do a little bit of a workout before we go and pick Rudy up. Do you want to come with Mama? Yeah, baby. He's the cutest. Who's the best boy? Simba is the best boy. Let's go. So I'm on the treadmill right now, and Simba refuses to leave my side. It's so hot. It's I think 40 degrees out. But Simba will not leave my side. So Rudy is awake now and we're going to pick him up. Alright, so Rudy को ले लिया है. वो थोड़ा सा रो रहा था, लेकिन अभी all good and fine. अभी ठीक है. Look at his cute little face. Aww. Alright, so a baby update. Daycare update, sorry. I think we had a good time. So, but when I went there, he was crying while he was eating his lunch. I was informed that he was crying on and off. Kabhi. I think he was crying mostly when it was time for his nap, and then when he wakes up, he cries a little. Even at home, he does the same. And what else? So we get updates through an app. I'll show you what he's doing. Hi, darling. Alright, so I was getting updates from an app. Yes, so his instructors were informing me in real time as to what he's doing. They were very pleased with how he had behaved on his first day. Did you have a good time? He's just milk drunk right now. We'll take a nap now and then hopefully we'll feel better before daddy comes home. Alright. हमारे यहाँ भी नाइट का टाइम है तो हमने सोचा कि इट्स गुड टाइम टू गेट स्टार्टेड विद ऑल द प्रेपरेशंस टू स्लीप विद रूडी, जो कि उसकी बॉटल वॉशिंग और फॉर्मूला ये सब है. सो एज आई एम डूइंग दैट आई थॉट कि हम लोग थोड़ा डे केयर के बारे में यहाँ पे बात कर लेते हैं. नाउ दिस इंफॉर्मेशन वुड बी इम्पोर्टेंट टू एनी यंग पेरेंट्स हु आर, you know, honestly just parents who are migrating to Australia with their kids and would want to put their kids in daycare, or if you are due to start daycare in a couple of months or so and would want a little bit of help. तो रूडी को हमने डे केयर में डाला आई थिंक अबाउट अ मंथ अगो, लेकिन हमने डे केयर की बुकिंग कर ली थी उससे आई थिंक अराउंड 6 months या 8 months बिफोर, क्योंकि यहाँ पे देयर इज़ अ लॉन्ग लिस्ट और अगर आपकी डे केयर बहुत अच्छी होती है तो इट कुड बी इवन अ ईयर लॉन्ग लिस्ट. तो माई फर्स्ट सजेशन वुड बी कि अगर आप डे केयर में डाल रहे हैं सो यू वांट टू ऑप्ट फॉर द मैक्सिमम डेज दैट यू वुड वांट टू पुट योर चाइल्ड इन. तो मेरा था कि मैं 3 दिन डालना चाहूँगी, लेकिन मैंने डाल दिया था पूरे 5 दिन के लिए. आई हैव आस्क्ड फॉर 5 days लेकिन मुझे मिला 3 days. तो हर सबर्ब में 2-3 डे केयर्स होते हैं. आप अपने हिसाब से, आपके नीड्स के हिसाब से आप डे केयर में डाल दें. और यहाँ पे जोनल नहीं है, जिसका व्हाट दैट मीन्स इज़ कि अपने ही सबर्ब के किसी डे केयर में डालने का है तो आप अगर दूर जाके भी डाल सकते हैं, कोई इशू नहीं है. एंड डे केयर ऑपरेटिंग आवर्स आर फ्रॉम आई थिंक 6 AM to 7 PM, बट आपको देखना पड़ेगा व्हाट आर द काइंड ऑफ आवर्स यू गेट थ्रू योर चाइल्ड केयर सब्सिडी. नर्सरी और किंडी का यहाँ पे अलग होता है. It's in the same daycare but basically 2 different sections. As expected, आप अगर नर्सरी में डाल रहे हैं बच्चे को आई थिंक अराउंड इफ़ इट्स लेस देन अ ईयर ओल्ड तो आपको नर्सरी में जाएगा. यू पे अ लिटिल बिट मोर देन हाउ मच यू वुड पे फॉर अ टॉडलर. तो दैट इज़ हाउ द डिफ्रेंसिएशन टेक्स प्लेस. और एक एडुकेटर यहाँ पे, सॉरी मैं थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो गई, एक एडुकेटर यहाँ पे 4 बेबीज़ या टॉडलर्स का ख्याल रखते हैं. सो इट इज़ वेरी, दे आर वेरी वेल टेकन केयर ऑफ ऑन दैट अकॉर्ड. नाउ कम्स द पेमेंट बिट. वी पे $150 पर डे. वेरी स्टीप आई नो, बट दैट्स द प्राइस हियर. बट इन दैट ऑब्वियसली आपका बोर्डिंग तो इंक्लूडेड है ही. They also include meals and nappies. तो लेकिन आपको nappies आपको meals मिल जाते हैं, लेकिन you do have to add your own portion formula और breast milk जो भी आप देते हैं बच्चे को वो आपको देना पड़ता है. But any other meals, play, any activity that happens in the daycare, all is included within that $150. तो ये अभी व्हेन यू लुक एट इट, आप जैसे सुप्रतीक मुझे बोल रहा था कि आप किसी भी देश में रहो, $150 अ डे फॉर डे केयर इज़ एन इनसेन अमाउंट. हमें जब पता चला था वी वर अ बिट हॉरिफाइड टू थिंक कि इतना देना पड़े. लेकिन आप सोच सकते हैं कि अगर आप 5 दिन अपने बच्चे को भेजें सो दैट्स लाइक $750 अ वीक, which is insane. और कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है like initially I genuinely thought that I'll not work for like a couple of years until he goes off to school or something, or maybe just spend 1 year in daycare, but it didn't work for us. So like I'll just say this, for our family sending him to daycare 3 days a week works perfectly. तो अभी that means it's $450 a week, which again pretty huge. तो इसीलिए हमने क्या किया, we applied for child care subsidy, which just means कि आप जो government है they pay for a considerable chunk of your daycare fees based on your joint income. So based on our joint salary, हमें 68% subsidy मिलती है, which just means कि the government pays 68% of our fees. तो हमें for 3 days we have to pay $165, which is like a huge save from the $450 that we would have initially had to pay. So which is amazing for us. Like I'm not complaining.
हाँ, यहाँ पे मैं थोड़ा बीच में आ जाता हूँ. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि गवर्नमेंट वाह गवर्नमेंट आपको फ्री में दे रहा है, नहीं, दिस इज़ पार्ट ऑफ द टैक्स विच वी ऑलरेडी पे टू द गवर्नमेंट. तो इन अ वे आपको पहले झटका लग जाता है कि गवर्नमेंट हैज़ टेकन द मनी बट दे गिव इट बैक टू यू एज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर सब्सिडी फॉर चाइल्ड केयर, विच वी आर वेरी ग्रेटफुल. मतलब 3 दिन का पैसा जो देना था वो विच टर्न्स आउट टू बी 1 दिन का पैसा.
तो ये जो मैं बता रही थी कि आपको प्री-पोर्शन फार्मूला आपको देना पड़ता है. तो हमारे पास ये एक ऐसा कंटेनर है जहाँ पे मैं जितना उसको फार्मूला पाउडर लगता है मैं वो दे देती हूँ. एंड देन आई डू गिव हिम his bottles with the milk, with the amount of water that he needs for each of these scoops. So just to keep it as easy as you possibly can for the daycare people, so that your baby doesn't suffer for it. I think मैं बात करते करते I got confused and मुझे पता नहीं है this is 4 scoops or 5 scoops. Alright, that's fun. Anyway, see you later. Bye.